All of these YouTubers claim to have caught something on tape that is scary, unexpected, and sometimes even possibly not of this world. I think all of these videos have a strong probability of being real, but as you watch this list, be sure to tell me which ones you think are legitimately unscripted. Number 14. A YouTuber named Ali H and his dog are exploring the woods behind his old elementary school when he chances upon a GoPro sticking out of the forest floor. He takes it home and reviews the footage out of curiosity. This is what he finds. Ali H says the video made him feel physically uneasy and on alert. He has since called on the YouTube community to look at this video for hidden meanings, but as far as I know, nobody has figured it out. Maybe we should start by reversing the audio portion on this clip to see if it gives us any clues. Number 13. Jesse and Gina are two hosts of a popular YouTube channel called BF vs GF. One night, the two of them go out with another friend to explore an old prison that's supposedly haunted. A strange figure appears behind Jesse at about 11.5 minutes into the video. Pay attention to the doorway on the left.
To see if he did. So it's for you now. And we did a seance.
It echoes so bad in here.
This vanishing shadow caused a huge commotion in the comments section, but the real question is whether or not this is a shadow person or simply a person's shadow. I did notice that this was filmed right by the exit sign, so I wouldn't be surprised if this shadow was just a silhouette of a visitor leaving. There's just no way for me to be 100% certain, so I definitely like to get your opinion on this one. Number 12. I'm not sure what country this video was shot in, but according to the description, a YouTuber named Just James is exploring a German bunker from World War II when he comes across this terrifying chamber.
Is that a noose?
No, Tristan, look over. What? No, fuck off.
The small concrete space has a low-hanging rope and a pentagram symbol etched in what I hope is just red paint. There's also a small arrow pointing down to what could very well be a place of sacrifice. Just James doesn't stick around for long and quickly runs away. I noticed they weren't very deep in the bunker, so this strange scene could have easily been created by some other visitors. Maybe a cult really does lurk in these underground bunkers, in which case Just James made a smart decision by turning around. Number 11. Gabby Hanna is a YouTuber who is afraid that she may not be alone in her house. She made this video in response to a lot of comments about a different video she had recently made. In it, people claim that they could hear a random voice say her name, so she decides to take a closer listen. Sure enough, it does sound like a disembodied voice says Gabby from somewhere off camera. Gabby Hanna swears that she and her friend were the only two people in the home at the time and that the voice is not part of the song. Let me know if you can hear it and what you make of this situation. Number 10. After experiencing odd activities around his house for 3 days, a YouTuber named Huff Paranormal decides to investigate. He grabs a device used to communicate with ghosts called an EVP and begins to walk around the living room.
Is there anyone in here? Hello?
It isn't long before he gets a response. Keep in mind that his television is on mute. And when he reverses the message, it sounds like this. In my opinion, I think this video's footage is authentic. I do find it odd that the responses always seem to revolve around leaving or finding someone. Let me know if you think it's just a coincidence, or if you think that this is the ghostly manifestation of a lost spirit. Number 9. Explore With Us is an interesting YouTube channel where a family explores abandoned places that are way out in the middle of nowhere. During one expedition, the crew stumbles upon an old log cabin that gives them a bad feeling from the beginning. They decide to enter anyway. They poke around for a while and find mostly nothing else but trash. The floor is littered with cardboard and scraps of wood. Then they come across what I feel was the source of their hesitation earlier.
Some more clothes on the ground. We need a flashlight.
An old noose hangs directly above a pile of old tattered clothes. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, but I'm thinking whoever used to own this place may have let themselves out, to put it mildly. I guess they didn't think to kick aside the clothes to see if there were any human remains underneath. Or maybe they just didn't want to know the answer. Truly a sad situation all around. Number 8. Freddy44 is a YouTuber with a terrible problem.
I could feel it moving around.
Spray this in yourself.
No, you're doing good, dude.
But I don't. If I can't get it because you're moving.
Something has climbed inside of his ear and won't get out. They pick at it for a while but only succeed in removing small bits and pieces. Not even the emergency room can get rid of it after a 2-hour procedure. 2 full days later, Freddy is finally able to see a specialist and find out what's been so deeply lodged in his ear canal.
All the way in there. There it is. Got it.
Do you want to see it next to his face?
Oh my lord.
Here he goes.
Okay, here's some perspective.
This is the June bug that had managed to become trapped in Freddy's ear. Believe it or not, they had to remove the giant bug in 2 separate sections, so what you are seeing here is roughly half of its true size. Number 7. Michael D. McGee has an entire YouTube channel dedicated to the numerous paranormal encounters he's experienced in his home. It's gotten so bad that he will sometimes leave cameras around his house at random just to record what happens. Take this kitchen video for instance. Watch the bottle just right of the sink. This video is from 2015, and there hasn't been any updates on this situation for quite a while. Some commenters say he could have just been using a string, but I encourage you to check out the rest of his videos and make your own conclusions. Number 6. This unlucky YouTuber has an unwelcomed intruder in their home that's not even human.
Where is it? Oh, it's there.
With a mop in one hand, the brave husband opens a window and taps along the wall to shoo the gigantic spider away.
Why? Bye-bye, say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
He pushes the door closed and locks it in one smooth motion with the handle of the mop. Then he goes to comfort his family. Let me know what kind of gigantic spider this is, and more importantly, if they have a venomous bite. With this information, we'll know exactly how much danger this family was in. Either way, hopefully this huge bug never returns. Number 5. A famous YouTuber named Guava Juice is on vacation in Peru. When he decides to walk the streets by himself at night, he remembers a house nearby that's supposed to be haunted and decides to check it out. He's looking at the house from the street when something peers back at him through the window. Watch this part and please let me know what's written on the house in Spanish.
Haunted house. Let's see if we can get in there somehow. Oh my god, what's that shadow? You guys see that shadow? What is that? Is that a head?
I guess it could be a piece of furniture, but it also looks like it could be a figure wearing a hood or some kind of cloak. Then this happens.
You guys see that? You guys see that? Like a shadow figure just...
A bizarre, shadowy mass seems to move from right to left across the window. Let me know if you think this is an authentic paranormal incident or just video editing. Number 4. A YouTuber named Brennan Taylor is hiking with his friends on a nice day and decides to make a vlog. Little does he know this pleasant walk is about to turn into an all-out manhunt. They aren't walking for long before they come across another person who clearly doesn't belong.
That we're at, like, it's called Victory Trails. Go this way though. Wait, hold on a second, what the
They are quietly talking about what to do next when one of his friends decides to start messing with the stranger for no apparent reason.
Alright, should we Hey, how you doing, man? Shut the f up! What the f?
Brennan and his friends all take off and the clown pursues. I wouldn't be surprised if this was just a prank, but then again, at one point they are hiding in the trees and Brennan has a very realistic nervous breakdown. They're trying to spot their car from the treetops when the clown almost catches up to them.
He's right there. Shut up, shut up. I can't see him. Shut up.
They throw a water bottle in the opposite direction, and the clown runs off towards the noise. The group of friends barely manage to evade the man and eventually get away. Like most of the people who have watched this video, I can't figure out if this was an actual psycho or just one of their friends. As we all know, there's a lot of strange people out there, and anything can happen. Number 3. A YouTuber named 42M Views is minding his own business when he notices somebody behaving strangely outside of his home. They appear to have a particular interest in this man, or at least the house he lives in. The stranger continues this unsettling routine for more than an hour.
Is that binoculars?
By now, the man recording is very anxious, but he doesn't want to go outside of his home and confront the man. Instead, he posts this video to YouTube to ask for advice. I personally think that this person was casing his house for a break-in on a later date, or maybe he is having a delusion that involves this address. Either way, the chances of anything good coming from this seems quite low. Let me know if you think you would have had the courage to confront him, or if you would have done something like contact the police. Number 2. Mangurdas Tremonis is exploring the bottom of a local lake when he spots a round object that doesn't match the rest of the scenery. After some resistance, he plucks free a crustacean-covered cranium that's clearly once belonged to a human. It must have been down there for quite a while, because now large aquatic life appears to be growing all over the surface and slowly breaking the organic matter down. Either this is the real thing, or else it's a very good-looking prop. Let me know which one you think it is. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. I'm currently doing a super poll on my Instagram. If you believe ghosts are real, then go to my most recent photo and tap the like button. If you don't, DM me saying why. When you're done, come right back to this video to find out the number 1 entry. Also, follow me on Twitter at YTChills because that's where I post video updates. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way, you'll be notified of the new videos I upload every Thursday and Sunday. Number 1. A YouTuber named Fanatic is fishing in Louisville, Texas, when he snags something so rotten it makes him gag. Inside of the bag is a scary discovery that forces Fanatic to call the police.
What's the address of your emergency?
And I pulled the bag up and it had some type of bones in it. I don't know if they're animal bones or human bones or if they're...
The entire 911 conversation is recorded, and a police officer shows up to investigate, so there is absolutely no doubt that this video is legit. They take the bags of bones away for evidence, and as far as I know, the lab results have never been made public. Most police officers work hard to keep us safe, but as these dashcam videos show, there are still some situations that even law enforcement are not ready to handle.